Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tearing down the foundational concepts of artificial intelligence by looking at Google's highly talked about AI Essentials course. Whether you're completely new to the space or you're just looking to formalize what you already know, we are going to extract the absolute best takeaways from this curriculum so you can start applying them right away.
Okay, so here's the big question on everyone's mind before taking something like this. Does tossing $49 and 5 hours of your life at this certificate actually translate to a boost in your workplace productivity? And, more importantly, will it actually help you get paid more? We're going to explore exactly that by digging into the core teachings of the course to see if it actually delivers. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the AI ecosystem. Then, a prompting masterclass, followed by AI limitations, and finally, the final verdict. Let's get right into it. All right, Section 1, the AI ecosystem. To kick things off, we really need to demystify this whole landscape by looking at the three main categories of AI tools.
So, first up, we have standalone tools versus integrated features. It's actually super straightforward. Standalone apps are your lone wolves. Think ChatGPT or Midjourney. You have to go to them. But integrated features, they're already chilling in the software you use every single day. For instance, say you want to use 3D images to make a slide deck look absolutely killer. You could open a new tab, fire up a standalone tool, generate your 3D images, and drag them back over. Or you just use an integrated feature to spawn those exact same 3D images right there on your canvas without ever switching tabs. Same tech, totally different vibe.
Then we've got the third category, custom AI. Now, I know you're thinking, custom AI? No way, that's way over my head. But honestly, it's kind of the exact opposite. Well-built custom AI needs basically zero technical skills from the end user. It's an absolute lifesaver for non-tech folks dealing with a mountain of work. Picture a sales rep juggling 200 clients. A custom setup can just gobble up all that data, the history, the seasonal trends, the whole shebang, and instantly spit out a prioritized call list. It's literally like having a digital assistant on overdrive.
And to show you just how wild this can get, check out this stat. Johns Hopkins University built a custom AI specifically to catch sepsis in patients. Before this system, their diagnostic accuracy was sitting at a really grim 2 to 5%. With their custom AI, it rocketed up to 40%. 40! That's literally life-saving stuff right there. Moving right along to Section 2, the prompting masterclass. Because knowing the tools exist is only half the battle. Knowing how to actually talk to them is where the magic happens.
Okay. The golden rule here is to surface the implied context. Look, you wouldn't tell your vegan friend to check out a new premium steakhouse, right? Because their diet is implied context. Well, AI doesn't know your context unless you literally spell it out. If you want help negotiating a 15% raise, don't just type, "How do I ask for a raise?" Tell it everything. Tell it you got 10% last year, that you're literally the top performer on your team right now, and that the industry average is 12%. Give it the whole backstory so you get a killer, personalized strategy, not just cookie-cutter advice.
Now, you're going to hear the phrase shot prompting thrown around a lot. Don't let it intimidate you. Shot just means the number of relevant examples you feed the AI. Zero shot, 0 examples. One shot, 1 example. Few shot, 2 or more. It's basically your secret weapon for controlling the exact vibe and tone of what the AI spits out. Let's say you do a zero-shot prompt. You just ask for something completely out of the blue, like, write me a pickup line for Bumble. You're giving the AI total creative freedom, which, let's be real, is probably going to give you something incredibly cheesy. But a few-shot prompt? That looks more like, write me a pickup line for Bumble. Here are 3 past lines my friend used that actually worked. By giving it those examples, you're practically guaranteeing a response that sounds human, natural, and actually relevant.
For the really heavy lifting, though, you got to use what Google calls chain of thought prompting. This is where you chop a massive job into bite-sized sequential pieces. Like, if you wanted to write a cover letter based on your resume, please don't just dump your resume in and say, write a letter. You'll just get a boring wall of text. Instead, guide it. Step 1. Based on my resume, write a punchy hook. Tweak that till it's perfect. Then, Step 2. Okay, now write the body paragraph. You are essentially holding the AI's hand step by step through the entire process.
All right, on to Section 3, blind spots and limitations. As powerful as all this is, we've got to talk about where AI completely misses the mark.
There are 3 massive potholes you need to avoid here. First up, biased training data. If you're using an AI trained purely on boring, minimalist corporate graphics, it's going to seriously struggle to create those flashy, vibrant 3D images we talked about earlier, no matter how good your prompt is. Second, cutoff dates. A lot of these models just stop learning at a specific point in time, meaning they're completely clueless about recent events. And third, hallucinations. That's when the AI gives you completely made-up, factually wrong info, but says it with absolute 100% confidence.
Now, here's the wild part. A hallucination isn't always a bad thing. It can actually be a feature. If you're brainstorming crazy new concepts or creative ideas, making things up is great. But it is a massive bug when the stakes are high. If you're using AI to figure out which daily vitamins or health supplements to take, a hallucination could literally be dangerous. You absolutely have to know when to trust the machine and when you need to rigorously double-check its work.
Which brings us to Section 4, the final verdict. Now that we've covered the basics, is this Google course actually worth your time and money?
Let's give it to you straight, starting with the cons. If you're already an AI power user, skip this. The real-world examples they use are frankly kind of vague. Like, they mention a company using AI to speed up customer service, but they completely gloss over the juicy details. How did they train the staff? How did they stop the AI from hallucinating? We just don't know. But the pros are super solid if you're a beginner. You're getting taught by actual Google experts, not some random influencer on the internet, and the interactive quizzes practically force you to pay attention.
And honestly, their visual breakdowns are top tier. They use this brilliant analogy that just makes complex tech click. They explain the difference between an AI model and an AI tool by comparing them to a vehicle. The AI model is the engine. It's the raw power and capability under the hood. But the AI tool? That's the car itself. It's what you actually sit inside, steer, and drive to get where you need to go.
Oh, and here's a massive pro tip we found in the source material. You don't actually have to spend the $49 for this course. No way! You can grab this exact AI Essentials class totally for free if you just enroll in Google's Project Management certification on Coursera instead. Project management skills are golden pretty much everywhere, so you might want to just go that route, level up your organization skills, and get your AI basics without dropping a dime.
So there you have it. The AI ecosystem is decoded, you know how to surface that implied context, and you know exactly where the dangerous blind spots are. The keys are in your hands now, so the only question left is, are you going to just let the AI drive, or are you ready to take the wheel and actually build these tools into your daily workflow starting tomorrow?